thick, don't let it flop. We're spreading on. Oh yeah. We're spreading on. Keep it creamy now. We're spreading on. Oh yeah. We're spreading on. Keep it creamy now. It's peanut butter Phlox'em times. Yeah, can you taste that beat? Stick to the roof of your jamming mind. Don't let it stop, don't let it stop. It's peanut butter Phlox'em time. Spread it thick, don't let it flop. We're spreading on. Oh yeah, we're spreading on.
Hello, hello. Welcome everybody to Phlox'em. We are back with first round of KTL season 3. Is that where we're at? And I'm actually playing in the season, which is fun. So this is, I think, yeah, third season. This will be the second one I'm playing in. First one that I'm covering my own games in it. So that'll be interesting to see how that goes. We're doing adaptive. I'm on a team with Magic Duck and Gorlami. And our match against this team, we're playing against a Masterpiece Theater. We are at 1-1 right now, so this adaptive match will be the decider. And looks like our game is up already. We're playing against Nowinstereo. Really quick, taking a look at the decks here. I was going to compare them quick. loaded so they can start the game. We are doing slightly beefy slightly beefy Emir of Metrobus. This is my longtime adaptive favorite. It's what won me the adaptive prime, and just figured if we really want to try and compete, I wanted to bring this back. I also got to play this a lot for Kagi Live at KFC, and it was just so much fun playing it again. So really excited to have it back on the table. And we're playing against this one, Agile. I don't know. Should be really interesting. This is a very fast and efficient deck with some interesting things going on. Does have the Chota Hazri, but low Amber control, so we might just be able to outrace it. Creature control is also interesting, so this will be an interesting one. AoA versus AoA should be really fun. And we are going first. I don't remember if that actually matters in this one. Let me see. Yeah, I was worried about that. I had this overlay for Keyforge Team League, and for some reason, everything is off. Do we want this for starting? I don't think so. Try and find the treasure map. We did not. AoA is one of the best for sure. Go ahead and just throw the Knuckles down. Knuckles is an interesting one. Don't usually love playing it, but since we have the orbital bombardment already, we're going to go ahead and do that. So let me see if I can just bump this up. There. I think that's more what I'm looking for here. And this overlay just might not work. Okay. Helperbot, Fog Bank, Memory Chip. Memory Chip is going to be annoying. But since they don't have the Amber control, let's go ahead and just get Yanti Gang down. They don't have a ton of creature control too, besides the Neutron Shark, and that is also their artifact control, which is unfortunate. We'll probably have to pop the Nepenthe Seed pretty quick just to make sure it doesn't get sniped. But again, since they don't have a ton of Amber control, I might just use it to burst. Not the most typical start for slightly beefy. In their deck, they're probably just gonna try and get a lot of archives going with that memory chip. I think we just play the Untamed out here. This, I'll do this for Logos. Drop that. Okay, starting to see the Mars. We don't have our Mars needs Amber yet, though. I don't know if this is going to be a deck that really gets a lot of value out of that. They have a lot of small creatures. Like double Glimmer's not doing much. Tesmal, double Helper Bots. Like most of those things aren't going to be big enough to take damage to where Mars needs Amber is going to do something. Honestly, it's probably just a treasure map next turn with using these two. Most likely this Yanti Gang survives. They're going Dis. They have for creature control. Hysteria could hit us here. There's Binding Irons. Reaping Oblivion is going to purge those two. I'm assuming they're hitting mine. Yeah. Ah, and there's the Hysteria. Bummer. Silver Key Imp is fine. Honestly, I think we just treasure map and then just discard these two. Did they not purge anything? Interesting. Let's see. Yeah, I think we just go to check here. Discard these two. We've got the Phlox'em Spike. And they're not going to steal the Nepenthe Seed, so if it does get blown up here, it's not the biggest deal. If it doesn't, we might just double Sample Collect or double Orbital. next turn. We'll kind of see what makes the most sense based on their board. But I don't want to hold it too much longer. Reaping with their stuff. I'm not getting to check here, though, unless they have more amber to play from Dis, but they just went Dis. I don't imagine they have too much more. And we can't stop them if they do go to check here, which is really sad. Haven't seen any of our Ronnies yet. Zoom for Helper Bot. Okay, so their deck is going pretty quick. Oh, I'm just gonna forge the key anyways with Chota. Okay, so in that case, we're gonna deal damage to the Chota. But leave it on the board because we don't want them to be able to get it back too easily. So we'll go ahead and... Oh, actually, no. We're going to... we do want to leave it on the board so we can sample collect it next turn. Do the spike. Orbital. So we only want to do 2 here. And play these 2. I don't think it's worth another Amber Pip here. They've hardly played any Untamed, so hopefully they have a decent amount of Untamed left in hand and are not going to be able to do Shark. But if they Shark it, that happens. Okay, we've got the Glimmer Nature's Call here too, so I really like Sample Collect now that they have a key. Make sure that Chota is out of the game because that's their only key cheat. Argon Logos, but they do a Eureka. I think it's actually great for us. So I don't think they have a way of killing that unless they... Yeah. Ah, they killed it. Darn it. Well, it happens. So let's see. I think we just go Untamed here. Really don't necessarily want to chain myself with the Glimmer Nature's Call. So let's see, we get 1, 2 if we Nepenthe Seed. Does not check. That is a lot of their creature control gone. Maybe I just leave him out for a turn. I think I have to use the Nepenthe Seed here. We'll go ahead and get some extra amber. Play that. I'm gonna stick to we'll go ahead and play it. Doing it this way really disincentivizes them from... So Schuler, what's their amber control? Charette, Lifeweb, and the Silver Key. Silver Key is gone. Yeah, I'm just gonna go to check here. And we'll just Persistence Hunting again for the amber. Holding the Glimmer, not my favorite, but because they are low on the amber control, racing probably isn't the worst. We just have to be careful of that. Chota. This deck can replay that a couple times, I think, especially with the Glimmers. So definitely the right call for them to kill that when they did. Just makes me sad, because being able to sample collect it would have been very good for us. We are just 1 turn off of this being active, sadly. Depending on what they do here, though, we probably just dump the Mars, hold the Glimmerlock for next turn. Okay, they're going Logos. Both Oh, they exhumed the helper bot. So they should have a second one. We'll see if they play it here. Still not taken. Oh, let's see if they take the archives. They do the memory chip first. Okay, so there's second helper bot. Plays the Schuler to steal, that's fair. Hexion. So we get back in check with Mars. We get to pick up. They don't have another exhume. It's really just the untamed stuff. I think we still just pick up the helper bot. Go to check. This is a weird matchup for this deck, I would say. Finally found one of our Ronnies. Man, we're missing so much shadows at this point. I think we probably just fight this into the Schuler next turn to get damage on it. Discard this. Ravage cycle for... It's tough. They play more creatures. I think we get the Nature's Call back with the Glimmer. It was also an opportunity for me to just be greedy with the Nepenthe Seed. I could have just gotten a treasure map with that, which is sometimes a valid strategy with this deck. Oh shoot, I was gonna turn on some background music. What is that? There we go. Oh. So they're going Untamed, so they're going to Glimmer something back here. It could be just the Chota. Them being able to key cheat past our Ronnies is a problem. I do think that means we're getting a key here. Because there's nothing they can Mimicry to stop us either. They can do annoying stuff with a Mimicry. Yeah, so there's a Glimmer. That's getting the Chota. So them finding Chota early this game is really bad. Because if that doesn't happen game 2, then this deck's win condition just doesn't fire the way it's been firing this game. Returned Fogbank, so did not go for... Oh, there's the Chota. Yeah. Just unfortunate. There's an Nepenthe Seed, and we don't have any artifact control, so we just need to get to check fast. Oh, and a full moon. My goodness. Yeah. This deck is making Amber very quickly. Yeah, so very possible game 2 is unfortunately not going to go as well for us with this deck, just because of kind of the order they found things. And then there's the Nature's Call, which is also brutal here. Can they Chota twice this turn? That would be a crazy amount of Amber. Okay, let's see. So they've got. Oh, did they bounce their own Glimmer back? No, just the Chota. They Song of Springed their Glimmer. So if they have Glimmer next turn, they can just Chota and win, because they Glimmer 1 pip, Nepenthe Seed 2nd pip, and they win. Ronnie on its own is not a great answer to that, so I think we just have to go Untamed and do what we can. I think we take the Nature's Call here. Discard Save the Pack, discard Swarm, discard Grove Keeper. Nature's Call. These two. Gravitite. I don't even have another Ronnie to Gravid cycle. Like, just not seeing any of those by this point is not ideal. And kind of hoping we can do a Mars turn, but I think we're kind of cooked here. Sample collection was maybe too greedy. I needed that. Like, it was one turn off, and this whole game would have been different. Just didn't quite work out. So they can probably get to 7 in other houses. If they only get to 7, we can Ronnie. But if they go past 7, then we just are done. We're out of options. Because the rest of our Amber Control is just sitting in the deck. Yeah, bummer. Yeah, no, it is definitely an important card in this matchup. Do they have ways of killing their own Chota on play? Even with Mimicry, I don't think they can. So, yeah, it just like... They can bounce it if they Mimicry our Nature's Call like that, but... It's went well for them. So I just have to try and do the same with their deck. Just I don't feel like this was a very fast showing of Slightly Beefy either. We're missing a lot of our Amber pips in the bottom half, so could just get outraced game 2. Taking their time thinking, though, it tells me they probably don't have the Chota this turn. Don't have the Amber for it. But still 2 Glimmers in deck. Oh. The Penseed. Exhume. Oh, they got it. Yeah, they found an alternate way of getting the Chota out there. Man, we even picked up one of the helper bots too. But well done to them. I think we keep this hand. We know they don't have artifact control. These are great things. This is great stuff. A little bit more recursion than we maybe want at the beginning, but we can memory chip some of it. So, Astron, you made it! Finally. Which I have to say though, I was also streaming Friday night, like later. You weren't on for that one either, so it's like you can't say I never stream when you're online or when you're awake. But no, it's fine. Excited to be here, cat some dogs and clogging. We were busy. Okay, I see how it is. Okay, just dropping a bunch of logo stuff here. We got plenty more to play. Not really worried about getting any of this stuff on the board either because, again, it's really tough for them to get damage on 2 power creatures for the Mars Needs Amber, but that is stuff we have to worry about because we did not get a lot of that value last game. Fudgenator, welcome. It's one of those mysteries of life. Okay, so interesting, pretty similar start to what we had last game. Someone tame control. We're just gonna go back into logos here. We will archive. I think it's the regrowth. So that's definitely the one we want to see later. Don't want the archives. And we'll put Smoko in. That doesn't really matter between Smoko and Hexbion, which goes in the middle. Oops. We just want that on the outside. Draw nothing. This deck actually can do some really, really nasty Mars Needs Amber plays with the double orbital bombardment, and then also the growing stars in shadows. And even the carpet Phlox'ems, if they're playing bigger stuff like Brobnar, the carpet Phlox'ems do damage instead of killing. They can do some nasty stuff. Oh, dropping frames. Sorry everyone if it's cutting out some. Okay, so they Glimmer the Nature's Call. They might try and just go for the lock with that here. Just try and annoy us. Okay, I might cut the YouTube just to try and get more bandwidth on the stream. Actually, that probably shouldn't matter. Bounces everything. All right. Just Song of Spring. Okay, so they just Song of Spring that back into the deck. That's fine. We'll keep going logos and just keep asking them to deal with this. Go ahead and just kill this now. There's an argument for getting the archiving, but probably get hit by Mars stuff here. No, it's not your end. We're heading into a pretty cold snap, so it's been really windy and stuff, so that is probably a big part of it. Plays Ronnie for no steal and puts damage on everything. So this is not something we like because that is obviously ready for a Mars Needs Amber. So what do we do with that? Gets too much value. No. Okay, we'll fight. We'll just force it out for 2. So I haven't seen the Chota, which again is just kind of like, without that, this deck is so much different. We all knew it was coming, but it's okay. So we've got 2 glimmers now, which is not good. We just got to keep stuff moving. Honestly, logo still feels tempting. Put this here. Not take these. Let's see. We want this guy on the right. Discard Hysteria, play Creeping. So I think we purge. Marge needs Amber and Ronnie. We want to keep the Nature's Call, even though they can use it against us when they refine Glimmer. There's the Chota. All right. We are in some business here. We just gotta hope they don't go too fast now. This thing's kind of annoying. No helper bots yet either is kind of crazy. But then that gums up my archives, right? Like I don't necessarily want this back. Especially if I'm kind of not going back into logos for a while now. What did I archive? Did I actually look at that? Not finished with you? Okay. Treasure map, bad penny. Yikes. Oh, it's really tempting just to go dis here. They actually can't forge because of the silver key imp. So let's see, Amber and Untamed. We can get... One, two, three, four. 4 doesn't get us to check. 5. Yeah, so we probably don't want to do the Untamed turn yet, although I kind of want to just get some of this stuff out. What do we do? I think we'll hold that for now. Play this on the right. Kind of don't want any of these. Bouncing Death Quark is fine. Play this. This, we'll discard this, and... Mimicry the Nature's Call. It'd actually probably be Mimicry the Persistence Hunting. We want this to be exhausted. That was weird. I don't know. We definitely could be in trouble here. I need to think about how to key cheat out of this. Okay, is this going to be a Glimmer? Glimmer Nature's Call. Discards Growkeeper, Marma Swarm. Ooh, Gravit Cycle. No helper bots yet is also kind of frustrating. What do you get with Gravit Cycle here? I mean, there's honestly an option just to go for the treasure map. It's a lot of Amber Push. Part of me really wants to just try and lock them out with Tesmal here. I really wish I could do that, but I think it's too slow. Yeah, they got the Nature's Call just to keep me from being able to mimicry that, I think. So we'll go... I mean, we could go Logos, but we'd go past 6, and they probably have Ronnie's now because, of course, they do. Do we just go Dis? See if we can force the first key through. Because we know they actually can't stop it outside of Shadows at this point. Pitch this guy, play Binding Irons. We'll Reap and say you can't play... Shadows. Reap. Do I just fight here to make sure they don't bounce it? Yeah, because they can't get a... Okay, so they go Untamed here. They Nature's Call us. But now we have the full moon. We don't have any other untamed creatures aside from Glimmers. Oh, this is gonna be tough. Honestly, though, that Silver Key Imp is probably the only thing really keeping us in this. Goes Mars. Okay, so just gonna kill some stuff. Okay. So we punch one through. Oh, we gotta think about it. Still don't have helper bots. I think that's like the thing that is just killing us. That's both of our Glimmers gone now. And they're 2 away from check. Yeah. I think we're kind of done. Oh my gosh. Can we forge 2 keys in 1 turn if we have helper bot? I don't think so. Because it's got to be an untamed turn now. We don't even have any of our amber control stuff yet. Man, this is tough. Does the full moon help me? Also, let's see. So we've got 1, 2, 3. That's first Chota. -1 if we do the full moon. And then we have Nepenthe Seed. Which still doesn't get us a whole lot more. I think I just discard the helper bot here. Is that crazy? What am I hoping to draw into? Persistence Hunting is about the only untamed thing I'm looking for. Otherwise, I want helper bot plus disc stuff. I'll hold it. There's a Charette, so that might save us a turn. We've got the Persistence Hunting, so that's more amber. So it's just going to be a lot of math next turn. But no Glimmer is rough. It would have been nice to be able to Regrowth or Song of Spring one of those back in. Dang it. Ugh. So they are probably thinking of just playing Ronnie's here to make it so I have as little amber as possible when I start next turn. Yeah. Umbra. Interesting. Okay. Math time. So they're at 7. So we do full moon. One, two. Chota key. 3, or 1, 2, 3. The regrowth doesn't get us anything useful. Problem is my Logos turn doesn't get me any amber. It's so frustrating. Have Nature's Call on the... Oh, we would have to Nature's Call. Oh, they put Nature's Call back in hands. We don't even have that as an option. So we can't even get Chota back if we do it now. Right? Yeah, they know what they're doing there. What can we do on a Logos turn? Yeah, I think we are in trouble. Drawing any of this stuff doesn't help us next turn. We're still in the same spot as far as amber. Yeah, honestly I think we lose because we don't have one of the glimmers. And I can't get a glimmer back unless I pull the archives. Shoot. This Logos turn just doesn't do enough for me. Can't even get the Schuler. Come on. Then we just draw this stuff and pretty much done anyways. Yeah. Unfortunate. I think there's just a lot. Didn't see the helper bots as early. How did he gain so much amber game one? I guess he was just playing the Untamed stuff more, but he's just able to get it all back. And he slowed us down with the Nature's Calls. So here's going to be Ronnie's. So steal. Ronnie for another steal. Please just play another Ronnie. And then another card. Oh, he did not. So, the problem is the 10th seed is dead if I take another disc turn, even though the disc turn gets me amber. Actually, that gives me a decent amount of amber. Do I just Nepenthe Seed here? Just want to get the check, right? This would be 1, 2, 3. Ah, do I Creeping Oblivion? That seems real bad. Oh, or I could just take my archives and then I don't draw through. And I get my amber pips. Okay, let's do that. Reap. Reap. Schuler. Binding Irons. Is there something I want to exhume here? Helperbot doesn't necessarily help me, right? Because I can't play a Logos card, so it would be an Untamed card. One Ronnie is gone. So could have one more, so I really don't want to go to 7 here. So I don't want to play both of these. So I guess we hold the Exhume so we can Helperbot it next turn. This one, let's put a... We'll put the other one in there, so if we go Logos, we can also do second Helperbot. This is tense. Atlantis, welcome in. We're just sweating over here. Do we have it next turn, though? If they don't steal anymore, they definitely don't have Skeleton Key, right? Because we full moon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nepenthe Seed, one of those pips to go to 6. Full moon with Chota, lose 1, gain 1. We're at 6. Yeah, I think we have it next turn. That's crazy. Unless you Ronnie's. Going to 8. I could have gone to 7. I don't know, how do I... The only way I go to 8 is if I exhume Helper Bot. Because I don't want to play any of these untamed ones there. Playing Glimmer. Okay, untamed means they are not stopping the key. Trying to save the pack. Okay, so they kill everything. Go to 9. So we had Exhume and both Helper Bots pretty low in the draw that time. Same with Schuler and Charette. Like, Schuler earlier in that game probably changes it. Yeah, no, I didn't want to use Nepenthe Seed last turn. Because I was able to... I was going to use it unless I remembered... or until I remembered I could stop from drawing through by taking my archives. At that point, I didn't need to use it. Because they don't have any artifact control. Okay, so they're probably doing the math. Nature's Call. Doesn't really matter. Discard Glimmer. Do the math one more time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nepenthe Seeds for 6. Full Moon. Go to 7, go to 6. Okay. Doesn't matter. What do I bid here? I don't think it's a ton. Start with 4. So we had a weird draw where we didn't have a lot of the proactive stuff at first, but we did have the memory chip early, which is also very big for this deck. Being able to stockpile all that untamed was big. 5 chains. Six seems dicey for a deck that I don't feel as confident with. Slightly beefy is going first, so we can mulligan for treasure map. The thing is, I think they probably wanted that too because they're more comfortable with that deck. No treasure map. The sample collection. I don't mind this. Shadows start. Do I play the Ronnie right away? I think I do, because then maybe I just Nature's Call it back into hand. Oh, I'm going first. Whoops. Oh, chip. And took no archives. Or got no amber. I don't think that's the start we want. Just gonna say now. I probably dump this Mars next turn. If they gain some amber, we might go Shadows. I just need to be pushing amber. Oh man, of course they've got the helper bot right away. Okay, so we're not going Shadows. Go ahead and telegraph our own Mars needs amber. Oh my goodness. This is a draw. This is certainly a draw. And the Nature's Call is gone already, so good night. I mean, if they just gain a bunch of amber next turn, we just steal it, but this is not what we wanted. And they might just go Logos and fight our Yancy gang anyways. They're getting the archiving they want. Them starting with memory chips almost negates the chains. I maybe could have gone higher, but yeah, they go Logos. What a miserable draw for the way this game is going. So what we do here is we just hold one Ronnie. Night Forge, we play the 2. Hold 1, we're at check. Okay, treasure map is actually really good because we can go to check for key 2 next turn if they don't kill these Ronnies. But, man, what a draw. And luckily this is not something that they want to mimicry Nature's Call, because that just gives us tons of value. Persistence hunting is gone. They could have the not there everywhere. Yeah, they're everywhere. They're just playing some untamed stuff. They're gonna get back helper bot. That's fine. Awesome. Okay, so we go back into Shadows, treasure map, reap, and then we have to discard this. Oh. Would love to see Glimmer sometime soon. Probably could have killed this, but I think getting key 2 here is really, really big. Possibility they have Schuler or Charette, but we'll see. I think we have to go Untamed next turn regardless, just to dump this stuff. Go Logos. Okay, so that'll be helper bot into something. They are stockpiling, but a lot of Untamed already in the discard. I'm glad to see that. Okay, so they're going to draw first. See what they hit for the helper bot. Silver Key Imp is unfortunate. I think it's still the same plan. Earthbind this at least to make it at least somewhat challenging for them. There's no untamed stuff. Oh. I mean, them playing more creatures out could help us if we could find some of the cards that would help us with. It just is not at the moment. So if they bump up here, we go Shadows, fight, play third Ronnie. And then it's just a race after that. They go to 7 here, that would actually be great. 8 would be sad. This Silver Key Imp was not good for us. See if they find second helper bot. Discards Eureka. I'm actually pretty okay with that. Is it worth it here? So there's actually a danger if they fight one of the Ronnies off. We're in a worse spot. So then we can't fight the Key Imp. And they only go to 6. Fights the helper bot off. Plays helper bot to exhume helper bot. Gosh, they just drew both of them first. I guess they're already pretty far through their deck, but still. Faster than I found them. Exhumes for the second one. Come on. Not 7 though, so. Okay. And then they do fight one. We have to give him this key. They have to get rid of the Silver Key Imp too. But they can do that at a time that's better for them. I think we just have to persistent hunting here. There's too many houses on that selection now. Need there to be fewer. Oh man. Now if we can't find Glimmer, if we can't find Orbital, this is just bad. So I guess Ronnie just fights Sutterkin next turn. And we probably do play these two. But I mean, they've got the Nepenthe Seed now. They still have both of their Glimmers, which both of ours were gone at this point. I don't know. I don't think we're in a good spot here. I got too scared by having a bad draw game too, I think. Could have gone a few more chains. I don't know that I would go too many more chains though. Like this is also just, yeah, I need to stop blaming draws. I bring a deck like slightly beefy because it has clunky draws and you have to be able to work through them, I guess. This could be a dis turn for them, yeah. Fight the silver key, yeah. Oh no, they probably leave that on for one more turn. It's tempting. It's tempting to Hysteria too, like I honestly wouldn't mind. But they probably wouldn't either with the double helper bots. It's just so good for them. Let's see. So Exhume is gone. They have the Nepenthe Seed. Just throwing stars would be very good. Orbital Bombardment would be great. Our own Nepenthe Seed or our Glimmer. Oh hey, they killed our guy. And then they Hysteria'd. Yeah. Yeah, we get to kill the imp at least. We get to kill a lot of things here. Do they play it or do they discard it? So, the way we do this turn, they held it, so they're just going to play it with Logos again next turn. That's annoying. We do Carpet Phlox'em and then Spike so that this stays alive with 4 damage on it. And then we still just do nothing against the Silver Imp. That's not true. We got the Glimmer. Glimmer could do some stuff. We might actually just refill the board here. Oh, they took their archives, so they might be able to just forge at least 1 key here, probably. Does their Logos make that much amber? I don't think it does. Oh, they play a full moon here. Yeah. Yeah, should have bid more. I don't know that I felt comfortable enough with their deck to have it on 6. Mimicry the Nature's Call. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is bad. We just... It's not the start we needed. Because we had to play that stuff out, but it also just gives them so much ammo. Okay, so there's first Chota. And this one can play the Silver Key Imp. Oh, or they just Hysteria and we lose. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I should have seen that with this deck. Just never came together in those first 2 games. That's frustrating. Oh. Do I really just have bad draws this often? Because it does just kind of feel that way. But I think that was a chain bidding issue. I should have bid more. I should have noticed that potential in this deck. Hmm. Bummer. So that is a round loss for us, round one. Yeah, that's... I think what I could have done. I mean, against that combo, I don't think there's hardly anything except having held Nature's Call that entire game. I was kind of just hoping we'd have found Glimmer before now. And then the 3 Ronnie draw when they just had no Amber. It's just like, what am I supposed to do? And they had the memory chip early with the chains. So yeah, just the way it goes. But I just should have bid more. So that's on me, something I got to learn. Doesn't stop me from being frustrated, but at least it's something I can take away from it. So good job to Nowinstereo though. They played this deck very well, and it's a cool deck. I don't have practice with decks like this. Like I don't get to play like this. Feels like what you would base an alliance off of with kind of the Hysteria Helper Bot kind of combo, Nature's Call, all that. I just don't play this style very much because I don't really. Well, it's kind of true. The problem is my one deck that does a lot of Hysterias doesn't have a Helper Bot, and like that just makes it so different to play than something like this. So, but still fun to be able to do AoA versus AoA, get this one out. Yeah. I'm very glad I won game 2, because that was too close. And that's obviously why I underbid in game 3, but that's how it goes. All right, well, that is round 1 of Keyforge Team League. Like I said, that unfortunately does mean we take a loss for this round. Pull up the thing here quick. Yeah, so Golami won the Triad. Magic Duck lost the Archon, which this was a rough match. It was pretty intense. 2 TOC decks against each other. And we lost this one 2-1. All 2-1s though, so no blowouts at least, which is nice. None of the rest of these are going to be easy though. Got Sydney on Adaptive, and then Atlantis and DG Dude. Kind of want to go look at those decks just to see what we've got coming. So Steel is playing. Ooh, more Mars. Everybody loves Mars for Adaptive. This is a triple Harvester, Mart of the Ball, Hypnotic Command, double Mars needs Amber. Woof. Okay, with a Near Future Lens, Numquid. This one's actually kind of interesting. All this stuff, my Mars Needs Amber really likes. Theirs is almost dead, but we have to be really careful about that Hypnotic Command because that can really blow us out. Martyr, do they have a way of killing the Martyr on a Mars turn? They'd have to have Ammonia Cloud and Genetic Blast on the same turn. Yeah, this won't be interesting. And then got DG Dude and Atlantis. So Atlantis getting some good scouting going in here. Yeah, this was KTL. Yeah, there's unfortunately some buys this season, but Evil Twin deck. Interesting stuff. Epic Quest deck is interesting. Does have some decent efficiency. Ruins of Arcanus. Okay, this should be no artifact control. I think this one probably favors slightly beefy a little bit more, unless the Hadris or the Epic Quest goes through in a big way. But Badge Mag, oh, those are knights. Okay, there's a lot of knights for this to pick up, but I can kill knights pretty quick usually. And we've got Venus. Oh, okay. So this is the one I think, Atlantis, you and I played this matchup already as the best of one at Kagi Live. Like I remember the Annihilation Ritual deck. This is a pretty fun one. Lots of interesting stuff going on here. Cool. Well, should be fun. But yeah, uphill battle now that we're down a match. So just have to get to it. But think that's going to be all for now. Thank you all for hanging out and watching. Don't know when our next one is going to be. Next weekend I'll be out a lot, so not sure. I do still have 2 Kagi matches left to get in. One of them I'm not sure if I'll be able to stream if we end up having to do it kind of during a work day or whatever, but we'll just see what we can do. So yeah, thanks for hanging out and watching. We will see you all next time on Phlox'em. Bye bye.